In 2008 again, I saw a picture of a lady in a northern Karnataka region who was sitting in a desolate place on the ground and scraping the topsoil. The pot next to her. The article below the photograph said, she has walked 5 kilometers from our village in search of one pot of water. Quality of water, forget it. Just one pot of water. She gets one pot of water, she's very happy. Because 5 members of our family have something to drink, something to cook. Forget washing, bathing, and other luxuries of life. What was the common duty? The 2 years earlier than that, the CAG reported to the government of India that out of the lakhs and lakhs of crores of money given by the government of India to all the states in the country for supply of drinking water only, CAG reported 51,000 crores of rupees is unaccounted for. Please try and understand the effect of corruption on those people. This is one of the examples of what corruption does to people. You go to an hospital, see the treatment you get. You go to ask for the drinking water, where money is on record has been spent. Nothing was really spent. These are the effects of corruption. And one other example pertaining to this system is in 2011, an Air Marshal telephoned to me from Hyderabad. I didn't know him. He told me, Mr. Hegde, 3 days back, my older brother's 18-year-old daughter is killed in a road accident in Bangalore. 3 days, no postmortem is done, the police are not releasing the body. Please help us, try and understand the problems of my family. There are many members of the family who had not touched food for 3 days. We have not seen the face of that young member of the family. We have not finished the last rites of this family, of this girl. Please try and understand. I told him I'll go to the hospital and I will see. I went to the hospital. I met the superintendent. Superintendent tells me, it's impossible, sir. 2 specially trained, forensically trained doctors have been posted for post-mortem. He summoned those doctors. One of them came to know the Lokayukt has come, so he put leave and went away. The other comes and he says, what's the hurry? Body is not putrefying. Body is in the morgue, in a freezer. Do you think I should examine the dead body or treat the living patients? What a rare treat. The superintendent said, who asked you to go and treat a patient in the main hospital when your job has been to do the post-mortem? No, some relatives of a patient came and told me the doctor treating him, the patient does not know any medicine, I'm now a subject, so they wanted me to come. I asked him one question, did you know this family before? No, the first time they came. The morgue is about half a kilometer from the main hospital building. In hospital there are dozens and dozens of other doctors, and this man wants us to believe that he had gone to the main building to treat a patient because some relative came and asked to be treated, for 3 days. Anyway, I told the superintendent that you take the disciplinary action, otherwise I'll proceed against you. But so far as you are concerned, doctor, I'm going to sit here until the postmortem is over. Until the body is handed over, the ambulance waiting outside. I won't go. He had to go. He had to do. These are the things an honest, who's ombudsman or a Lokayukt who is interested in serving the poor people can do. There are hundreds and hundreds of issues can be solved.